right, we are out here in Silver Lake Sand Dunes in October 2025. It is 80 degrees out, and I'm gonna take you for a ride along with me around a lap of Silver Lake Sand Dunes. Let's do this. So, I was out here in July, and it was awesome, but it was crazy busy, as you can imagine. Not so busy today, still a bit of traffic. We are in the 2025 Bronco Raptor. We're gonna see how this vehicle does out here in the dunes. Spoiler alert, it's awesome. As you'll see, hopefully in this video, this vehicle is just kind of crazy that it can be a daily driver and then come out here and just be an absolute weapon on the sand dunes. And it really feels like this is a definite use case for what this vehicle was built for. So I'm in Baja mode. We've got the tires aired down. My front right, for some reason, might have a slow leak. It's at 9 PSI, the rest are at about 14. But yeah, with that said, we're gonna start bombing a couple hills, and let's hope we don't lose the cameras. Here we go. So much fun. So, as you can probably tell, tons of low-end torque. You know, when you're daily driving this vehicle around town, it doesn't feel like the fastest car for having a Raptor logo on the side, but when you get out here and you're going 40 miles per hour on the dune, crazy good low-end torque, which is really what you need. And you see that's where it really comes alive. The other thing I'll say that I love about this versus, you know, coming out here in like a Ranger Raptor, is approach and departure angles on the Bronco are obviously much better. And for all these whoops, you know, you don't have to worry about your front and tail end tapping the dirt or tapping the sand, because it's just not going to happen in this. I did get 1 PSI back in my front right tire, not surprising from temperature, but hopefully that's a good sign that I don't have a leak. Going to adjust the camera here a bit. Up to Test Hill here, where people test their vehicle, I guess, see if it can get up the hill. There goes the camera. Alright, we're gonna see if we can remount this and keep filming. We'll see if that works out. Gotta wait our turn in traffic here a bit. Unfortunately, people kind of just sit right up there at the top, which kind of bums me out, but I think we're gonna take this middle line here to the right of these cars, right at the top. Might not look big on camera, but it's a pretty good dune. All right. Let's see what she's got. Oh, no, we got a guy in the middle of the hill. Come on, people. Come on, people. It is not where you want to stand. All right. I'm gonna clear these whoops real quick. Ford Bronco Raptor. Ooh, right. Maybe a little bit too much into that one. I'm gonna have to adjust this camera one more time. Still keeping an eye on that tire, 10 PSI now. All right. So yeah, ultimately the Bronco Raptor is definitely a weapon. The fact that this is a daily driver effectively, and then you can take it out here and also have one of the most, if not the most capable factory off-road vehicle ever built that can handle just about anything out here is pretty awesome. Like I said, the approach and departure angles are great out here. You hit these whoops. You can definitely get a bit bumpy even with the massive suspension on this thing, but never ding anything, never hit the bumper. It's just always, I always get out of the car expecting to have some sort of, I don't know, dented bumper or something broken, and it's always just perfect because it just handles everything like the absolute tank that it is. And it's pretty cool too because you get to come out here and just see that this is what this type of vehicle is actually built and engineered for, and so few people get to do this with their Bronco Raptors. It's about 55 on the sand, that's pretty good. Hard brakes for these whoops. That kind of hitting these, like if you're in a pontoon boat trying to avoid waves, get them at a little bit of an angle, makes them a little bit less jarring. I'm learning. Gotta keep your eyes out for traffic, of course. Let's give it a little gas. A little bit of a drift. And that's a lake. That's a lake. That's a lap at Silver Lake Sand Dunes. I still have 10 PSI in the tire, so hopefully we're good there. Hopefully that's not a slow leak.